Right now, the economic landscape is brimming with opportunities to build wealth and secure your future. Whether you're planning for retirement, growing your investments, or navigating market trends, taking action today can make all the difference. I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's Certified Financial Planner Professional. If you want to position yourself for success in the evolving economy, you're in the right place. Welcome to Saving the Investor. Coming up on today's show,
institutional versus retail investing, time-sensitive estate planning tips, losing a loved one, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
Why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Saving the Investor. My name is Craig Wolf, and I am alongside certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have everybody with us here at the Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie, this morning, let's start off by talking about the difference between institutional investing and retail investing. What is each and what's the difference?
It's a very, very good topic and good question that you asked, because you have two. You have retail investing is where anybody can buy it. Anybody can buy it. And what I always say is I want things that people can't have. Not everybody can have. You either have to have a certain dollar amount to invest in it, or you have to be with a firm that only deals with institutional. And that's what we do. We only deal with institutional investing. A lot of our managers that we use, if you had to go directly to them, you would have to have millions and millions of dollars to invest. But with us, you're able to invest with them because of us, and you're getting that pricing. I always say if you're going to go to Costco, why do people go to Costco to shop? They go there for pricing. They're getting bulk pricing. And then if you go to, let's say, a Publix is going to be, if you just want, a few things, you're going to want to go to Publix because that's retail. But Costco is more of the institutional, if you think of it that way. So, and unfortunately, a lot of people that when they come in, and they say, Alfie, can you do that retirement simulator you always talk about to tell me what my fees are, tell me what I'm holding inside? That right there will let them know if they're investing like their grandkids, which is retail, or if they're investing institutional. It's a big price difference, but then the managers also, there's different managers that you're gonna want that you can't get with retail.
So the people who don't know that their investments are retail, and they find out through the retirement simulator.
Yeah, and unfortunately I have to tell them, I say, listen, your portfolio is underperforming because of the fees that you're paying because you're in retail, and they might have mutual funds through one of the big, and they're going through one of the big, brokerage houses, but they're still paying the high fees, and they don't know what they're paying. And so what you want is ETFs. We use ETFs, but we also use SMA. Now, people say, what's an SMA? That's a separate managed account, but a separate managed account means that they're building the portfolio through individual stocks. I don't know if you ever opened up one of your Fidelity or Charles Schwab statements, and you have ETFs and you have mutual funds, but you don't really know what you own inside that. With ours, what you're going to be seeing is you're going to be seeing individual stocks that make that portfolio. So we might have 50 holdings that represents the S&P, but it's 50 stocks. And the difference is if a couple of these companies aren't doing good, we can take those out. Our managers that we pay for will take those out and replace them with 2 other companies. And you can't do that if you have 500 companies. You have 500 companies, they do it once or twice a year. It's called the constitutional date, where they take out companies and put them in. But this is a way to do it. So SMA, separate managed accounts, and institutional is what you're looking for.
So again, the retirement simulator, one of many tools that you have here.
Yeah.
Is it a complicated process to get people out of retail and into institutional?
No, the only time it's a big problem is if it's sitting outside of their IRA and they have a lot of gains in there. And there's things that we can do with that too. We show them how to do dollar cost averaging. We show them how to do direct indexing, where we have some accounts that we can offset taxes for them. But usually it's not a big issue.
All right.
Yeah.
Alfie, thank you. It's good information.
Thank you.
Just getting started here on Saving the Investor on the Sunday morning. So stay with us. Plenty more to come.
Are you worried about inflation and how it's affecting your retirement?
Well, you're not alone. According to a recent study, 73% of Americans rank their finances as their number one stress in life.
But don't worry, there's help available. Alfie's free retirement toolkit can help you transform your worries into confidence.
Inside this toolkit, you'll find valuable resources like a guide to creating a retirement income plan, tips for saving for retirement, and strategies for protecting your retirement savings from inflation.
Plus, you'll get a copy of Alfie's new book, Making Waves in Retirement.
This free toolkit provides valuable insights like ways to transform your worries of retirement into confidence, ways to discover the weak points in your retirement plan, ways even small changes to your retirement plan can make a big difference, and how big your tax bill could be in retirement.
To get Alfie's free retirement toolkit, simply text the word KIT to 239-747-1080. That's KIT to 239-747-1080.
Don't wait and act now. This offer is only available for a limited time. Text KIT to 239-747-1080 today and start building a worry-free retirement.
One thing about being in the financial business for over 40 years, we get a lot of questions all the time, and especially us because we have a TV and radio show. So we're going to take some of these questions that are asked frequently. That means that you are wanting to know the answers and you're going to get them today.
Alfie, you're a certified financial planner. What does that mean to me as a client?
That brings a lot to you. As a certified financial planner professional, you have to know about different things when it comes to financial planning. So you have to know about health insurance. You have to know about homeowners insurance. You have to know about estates. You have to know about tax situations. So I always look at it this way. I think of it as a quarterback on a football team. You know what the play is going to be, so you know your players. And so what we have to do is know if you have an inefficiency in your estate plan, we know we have to send you to an attorney. If we know you have tax situations, the CPA is going to get involved. So we work as a team here at the Advantage Retirement Group to put you in line with the right people. So that's what you're getting for a certified financial planner professional. We look at the whole picture holistically, not just part of it.
Is it better to invest in individual stocks, mutual funds, or ETFs? What do you think?
So we typically like to invest in what we call SMA accounts. An SMA is a separate managed account, which is a basket of individual holdings. So you know what you own, which is wonderful. You might have 20 stocks there, you might have 50 stocks there, but when you open up your account, you're going to see the stocks that you own. A lot of time, your mutual funds, they are very expensive. They have high fees, and they're not really too tax efficient. So if you have money outside of an IRA, you might be paying on a fund at the end of a year when the market was down. You had, and they have to sell a lot of their stocks and rebuy them. And what happens is it costs you a lot of money in taxes. So mutual funds, I would say, would be the least that you would want to deal with. The ETFs, they're called exchange traded funds. They're going to be more tax efficient, but a lot of times they're not managed. So we like the SMA accounts. We like individual stocks that build the portfolio. So they're called SMA accounts, and they are tax efficient, and I like to know what I own, and I think you do too.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Are you ready to take control of your retirement and create a sound financial future? The first step is simple. Be one of the first 7 callers right now and schedule your complimentary, no risk, no obligation retirement review with Alfie and his concierge team. When you visit Alfie's office, you'll sit down and discuss your unique goals and concerns. Alfie and his team don't just talk about financial planning, they craft personalized solutions. On your first visit, you can also expect expert analysis of your current situation, risk mitigation techniques, and tax-saving strategies. And that's just for starters. In the world of financial planning, experience matters. With more than 40 years of experience, Alfie understands the needs of those who are soon to be or already retired, from investment allocation to income planning, tax strategies, and estate planning. Your retirement success plan awaits simply by taking advantage of Alfie's complimentary, no risk, no obligation retirement review. Be one of the first 7 callers right now at 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. Call now. Your future financial self will thank you.
Well, this is another edition of Knowledge is Power, and I am here with Jonas Weatherby. You're an estate attorney here in Fort Myers and Naples. You have a great, thriving practice, and I wanted you on this show specifically for, we have we have a ticking, tax problem down the road.
We
have the estate tax going to be expiring pretty soon. That's going to mean a lot of money to the government if you don't do some planning on that.
No question.
So what type of planning are you doing right now with your clients?
Sure. So that estate tax amount currently that an individual can pass with is $13.6 million.
Okay.
The end of 2025, that number
and that's per person. So if you're married, you could have 27,000.
Yeah, 26
or million.
Yeah, 27
My
million,
bad.
right? So 27 million. But that number is going to be cut in half at the end of next year.
Whoa.
So roughly $6.5 million per person, right? So these assets include, your residence, your retirement accounts, any businesses assets you own, brokerage accounts. So anybody that has more than 6 really needs to do some planning now, because that amount's going to go back. Okay, so anything north of that number is 40% tax on that amount.
And it's due in 6 months or
it's
something?
due, it's due within 9 months of date of death.
9 months date of death.
Yeah,
okay.
9 months of date of death if there's a tax due. Now there's all kinds of different planning mechanisms we can use around that to really preserve that exemption, that $13 million we have, 13.61 that we have, preserve that 13.61 because at the end of next year it goes back. So we can do some planning techniques to use all that credit.
Yeah.
And just know when you do some planning techniques that use that credit, that growth from that 13.61, if you fund a trust, I'll say an irrevocable trust with that growth occurs outside of the state. So if that $13 million, say, doubles in 10 years, now you've got $26 million outside of your state.
And
so
you just saved a ton of tax.
You saved
$8 million by doing it. So a lot of people, I think when it comes to estate planning, they want to put it off.
Sure.
They do. They want to put it off. But we're, in 2025, at the end of it, it's going to have a drastic change, downturn.
Yes, it is.
Because it's sunset at that point, so it has to change. So we want to look at that, but we also, what do you do for people that are, thinking about selling their business?
Sure.
And then is there techniques that you use that other people aren't using?
Sure. So there's if you think you're going to sell your business, say you're going to go through that process, and you've got some lead way up to it, you can do some great techniques and some great planning to that. If you're going to sell, if you've already got a contract in place, it's harder to do that currently. But what you'd like to do is get your business appraised. And that business appraisal can be restructure your business to say there's some voting units and non-voting units. And the rationale for that is that you can get discounts on some of those units of your business. Mm-hmm. So if there's 100 units or 100 membership interests, 100%, and you get 99% of that is non-voting, and you transfer some of those interests in your business, you can get a discount on ahead of time. So if you can get an appraisal on your business and it's worth $10 million, right? And you want to gift that to a trust, let's say, for your wife, or she wants to gift it for your benefit. Now you can get a discount on that, so you're only actually going to use $7 million of your credit because you can get a 30% discount of that. And again, that gift that you transfer, that interest to, I'll say, an irrevocable trust for your wife or for you, again, if you gift that interest now and then you go and sell the business and it's not worth 7, it's worth $30 million. Now, when that sale occurs, you've got $30 million outside of your estate because you did this gifting and planning
that is
beforehand.
Huge. Yeah, that's huge.
Very, very important.
So if you're thinking about selling a business, or if you're thinking about doing some estate planning, this is the time to do it.
Absolutely the time to do it.
Absolutely. So we're talking about estate planning right now. We do have a white paper on that, and that gives you the basics of it. You can download that, but then you might want to give us a call and set up a time to see if this can save you millions of dollars. So thank you, Jonas.
Yes, of course.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
It is not uncommon for people to worry about the future, asking questions like, will my family be taken care of? Or what if I can't make decisions for myself? Well, these are valid concerns, and estate planning is the answer. It's not just for the wealthy either. It's for anybody who wants to ensure that their wishes are honored and their loved ones are protected. A well thought out estate plan is a gift that can provide peace of mind and reduce stress for your family during a challenging time. It's about leaving a legacy of love and clarity, and not confusion or disputes. At the Advantage Retirement Group, we understand the importance of this gift, and that's why we've created a comprehensive white paper called The Greatest Gift: Estate Planning Essentials. This resource will guide you through the key components of estate planning, from wills and trusts to healthcare directives and tax implications, empowering you to make informed decisions for your family's future. If you're ready to give this invaluable gift to your loved ones, I encourage you to reach out today. Just call 239-747-1080, 239-747-1080, or you can visit our website, savingtheinvestor.com, to get your free copy of The Greatest Gift. Let us help you create a lasting legacy that reflects your love and your intentions. Don't wait. Take that first step today, because your family deserves it.
When you're out there on the water, storms come, but you want to make sure if you're heading to a destination, you don't want to deviate from that. You want to stay the course, because things are going to happen, but you want to stay the course. And when it comes to investing, you want to stay the course too, because we're going to have market volatility. You have elections, you have, God forbid, terrorist attacks. You're going to have inflation. You're going to have everything that can really take you off the course. And if you get off the course in your retirement plan and you start deviating and making changes, because it's really based on emotion at the time. Now, we will tweak our portfolios. Absolutely, we tweak them. But when it comes to a plan, if we have a plan and we're saying that you're going to have this amount of money by the time you're 95 years old, based on this type of return, we have to stay course. Now remember, a good financial plan is going to have a lot of different elements in there. It's going to have an income element. It's going to have a fighting inflation element. It's going to have a legacy element. You might want to have money to pass on to your kids. So if you let emotion get in the way and not stay on course, that can ruin. I've seen it many times. I remember having a client come in. It was during COVID, and he said, "Alfie, I can't take it anymore. My accounts went down." And I said, "Listen, I can put you in something right now to get you, at that time, 3%. But I said I would not do that. And I had to beg him not to do all of his money in that account. We only did half of it in that account, and we let the other half alone. I wanted him to leave all of it where it was, because I knew, remember with COVID, the market went down and it came right back up. Well, it went down, and that's when he wanted to get out, the worst time to get out. And I did save half the money, not to tell them not to touch that half. And we did make them feel good by putting, money in a 3% account. But to this day, he says, Alfie, why didn't you talk me out of it even more? I said, I did my best. He goes, I know you did. I let my emotion get in the way, and it cost him thousands and thousands of dollars that he will not make up, but he would have made it up in a matter of 4 months. Can you believe that? 4 months. You remember how that market went down and it shot right back up at the end of the year? The accounts were up 20, 30% even after the downturn. But if you don't have someone that can lead you and guide you and make sure that you have a plan in place, you're going to be just fine. So don't deviate, like a storm. You have to. I remember my mom. I'll tell a quick story. My mom, and I remember this at 8, 9 years old when we lived in Miami. These storms would come, of rain, hard rain would come, and all these cars were put, sitting off the side of the road, and she would just slow down and drive through it, and then before you know it, we're in sunshine again, 4 miles up the road. And she says, that's what you do. You just drive through it slow because it will pass. And that's the same thing with, when you have a volatility in a portfolio, it will pass. If you have a good plan, you stay the course, and you'll be just fine.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Ladies, are you ready to take charge of your financial future? Alfie Townsend, a seasoned certified financial planner with over 4 decades of experience, specializes in helping women just like you navigate the complexities of wealth management, retirement planning, and investment strategies. With Alfie by your side, you can trust that your financial goals will be met with precision and care. Whether you're looking to grow your savings, secure your retirement, or optimize your investments, Alfie's personalized approach will ensure that your unique needs are understood and addressed. Don't let financial uncertainty hold you back. It's time to seize control and build the future you deserve. Take the first step toward financial empowerment by scheduling a consultation with Alfie today. Call 239-747-1080 and let's start turning your financial dreams into reality. Remember, your financial future is in your hands, and Alfie is here to help you make the most of it. Don't wait any longer. Call Alfie today. Welcome to another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson in studio with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president. Alfie, in your book, Making Waves in Retirement, you share a lot of stories about how you help our clients.
Yeah.
And one thing that we've been helping a lot of our clients with recently, sadly enough, is they've lost a parent or they've lost a spouse.
Yeah.
How do you help guide people through those scenarios?
Well, the best thing, Mary, is to make sure they have a plan.
Yeah.
When they come in. So we want to look at everything that they have, so when that time comes, then you're not fixing the plan, you already have a plan. So, the main thing what we want is make sure that if there's a special needs child, we want to make sure we have a trust for that.
Right.
And we deal with fantastic estate attorneys that really look at the whole picture with us, and they tell us, okay, we need a special needs trust, we need irrevocable trust on this, we might have a life insurance trust to keep it out of the estate, because with estates, we have a very large estate exemption right now, but it could go down. It can go down. So you want to make sure that you have your affairs in order. Mm-hmm. But the more that you do in the early planning, the less you have to do down the road. And when things happen down the road, your mindset is not as good as it is now.
That's so true.
So you have to, if you have things planned out, it makes it a lot easier. A lot of people, when they come in, we're going to look at their portfolio. We're going to make sure that they have income. We're going to make sure we're growing the money. We're going to make sure we're going to look at taxes. We're going to look at all that. But we also want to look at their estate plan. So, and their estate plan is, hey, I want some money to go to charity. Right. So we're going to do something for that. I want money I have a special needs child. You don't want that special needs child to receive money. If they do, it's going to disqualify them for Social Security, DI. So we have to make sure that everything is set up properly. And then, something happens, then we know that, hey, this is how we set it up. You're going to be just fine. And it's a lot easier to do it that way than it is to do after planning.
Absolutely. I like that, Alfie. And I think of a lot of our clients are moving here from up north.
Yes.
And, they want to make sure, you want to make sure that they have something that's suitable for them as a Florida resident as well.
Yes. And a lot of people ask, will my trust work in Minnesota here, so the laws are different. I'm not going to get into which one works, which one doesn't work, but you can bring them in and have our attorney look at it, and they'll let you know you might have to make some changes, you might have to make a total change.
Right.
Because it has something to do with the people you put in charge of your trust, your executor, and so. But you want them to look at it to make sure it's done right and that it abides by the Florida law if you're going to be here full time.
Right. I like that. And as you mentioned, as a certified financial planner professional, that's what you do. You look at the big picture.
Yes.
You pull in the different partners, team members that can get them to and through retirement.
That's what we do here.
Thank you, Alfie. That's great. And if you'd like to meet with Alfie and the team at Advantage Retirement Group, we encourage you to give us a call.
Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of Saving the Investor. But creating a secure financial future for yourself and your loved ones is an ongoing journey. I know it's important to you, and that's why I'm asking you to call the number on your screen right now. If you're one of the first 7 people to reach us, you'll receive a complimentary consultation with Alfie, where he will use the insights he has gained in his 40-plus year career to review your financial plan. Today's world seems more uncertain and volatile than any time that I can remember, and your financial future is too important to leave to chance. Whether you're navigating market uncertainties, planning for retirement, or securing your family's legacy, now is the time to take action. Be one of the first 7 to call 239-747-1080 and schedule your complimentary consultation with Alfie. Take that first step now. You've got nothing to lose and quite possibly much to gain. Thanks for joining us today on Saving the Investor. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples. Alberto, Bugacci, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.